Hello students, myself Sri Nanor SS, Junior College Teacher, DP Bhosle College Korega. Today we are going to start our new chapter, that is Human Health and Disease. In this chapter we have to study immunity and its two types, structure of antibody, common human diseases, adolescence, addictions, and finally drug abuse. Before starting our first unit, we will see what is meant by health and disease. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not only an absence of disease. The science in which health is preserved, maintained, and improved is called as hygiene. Disease word is derived from dis and is, which means against comfort. So disease is a condition in which functioning of one or more organ or system is disturbed by infection and defective diet or heredity. Let us see the immunity. The meaning of immunity is freedom or exempt. Immunity is the mechanism of our body to protect us from different infectious agents, or it is the ability of body to protect from the different pathogens. Immunology is the branch of science which deals with study of immune system, immune response, and immunity. The main characteristic feature of immune system is it can distinguish self and non-self. So immunity of our body is obtained with the help of nature. Now see the different types of immunity. First main type of immunity is innate or inborn immunity. It is also known as inherited immunity. Second type is acquired or adaptive immunity. See the classification chart of immunity. Here are the two types of immunity: innate immunity, which is developed at the time of birth. Second type of acquired immunity, or it is called as adaptive immunity. Innate immunity has two types: specific and non-specific immunity, while the acquired or adaptive immunity is divided into two types: passive and active immunity. Both passive and active immunity are further divided into two types: natural passive and artificial passive, natural active and artificial active immunity. Now we will see the first type, that is innate or inborn immunity. Innate immunity is the resistance to infections that an individual possesses by virtue of his or her genetic makeup. It is the natural or inborn defense system of the body. One from innate immunity comprises the various types of barriers which prevents the entry of foreign antigens into the body. The mechanism of innate immunity is completed by the following points. epithelial surface, antibacterial substances in the blood and tissue, microbial antagonism, cellular factors in the innate immunity, inflammation, fever, and acute phase proteins. Now see the first point of innate immunity, that is the epithelial surface. The epithelial surfaces includes skin and mucus covering of the body, which can protect against invasions by microorganisms. Sebaceous secretions, which is secreted by the sebaceous glands, that secretions having the fatty acids, which having the bactericidal and fungicidal properties. Skin possesses bactericidal activity. Mucosa of respiratory tract has several innate mechanisms of defense. The nose also prevents the entry of microorganisms in the body. The coughing reflex is an important defense mechanism of our respiratory tract. In the mouth cavity, there is a presence of saliva, which has inhibitory effects on microorganisms. Acidity of gastric secretions in the stomach, they can destroy the microorganisms. The flushing action of urine eliminates bacteria from the urethra. The spermine and zinc present in semen having the antibacterial property. See the anatomical barriers of our innate immunity, skin and mucous membrane. Both anatomical barriers can protect us from the different infections. Now, second point of our innate immunity is antimicrobial substances in blood and tissues. The complement system contains more than 30 serum proteins which are circulating in the blood in an inactive state. The pathogens activates the complement cascade to eliminate these pathogens. The interferons are a class of cytokines which are soluble proteins which protects from the viral infections. Third mechanism of our innate immunity is cellular factors in innate immunity. Natural defense against the invasion of blood and tissue by the microorganisms. Phagocytic cells, these are grouped as microphages and macrophages. These cells remove the foreign particles that enter in our body. The lymphocytes, called as natural killers, this cell is important in non-specific defense against viral infections and tumors. The mechanism of innate immunity also includes fever, increase in the body temperature after the infection is natural defense mechanism. The fever helps to accelerate the physiological processes, destroy the invading pathogens. The fever stimulates the production of interferons, which helps in recovery from the viral infections. Then the acute phase proteins. These acute phase proteins includes C-reactive proteins, mannose binding proteins, alpha-1 acid glycoprotein, and serum amyloid protein. These proteins, infection on injury leads to a sudden increase in concentration of certain plasma proteins. Acute phase proteins, they enhance the host resistance to prevent tissue injury and promote the repair of inflammatory lesions. Let us see the second type of immunity, that is acquired immunity. The acquired immunity is adaptive immunity which is developed after birth. There are some characteristic features of acquired immunity. The first is specificity. They produce specific antibody. The resistance that an individual acquires during the lifetime is known as acquired immunity. Specificity is produce the specific antibody against the particular antigens. Diversity, it recognizes the vast variety of diverse pathogens. It can discriminate between the self and non-self. That is, it differentiates between own body cells and foreign molecules. The fourth characteristic feature of acquired immunity is memory. The first encounter, when the immune system encounters the specific foreign agent for the first time, it generates an immune response and eliminates the invader. The immune system retains the memory for the first encounter. As a result, a second encounter with same pathogen brings about quicker and stronger immune response. Now see the classification or types of the acquired immunity. There are two types of acquired immunity, that is active and passive immunity. Active immunity, it is the resistance which is developed by the individuals as a result of an antigenic stimulus. In active immunity, there is a production of antibodies, or this immunity is developed as a result of antibodies. There are two types of active immunity. Number one, natural acquired active immunity, and number two, artificial acquired active immunity. The immunity acquired due to the infection is natural acquired active immunity, and artificial acquired active immunity, it is the resistance induced by the vaccines. So vaccination is the artificial process. Examples, polio vaccine, BCG vaccines. Such immunity may be temporary or permanent. Second type is passive immunity. The passive immunity is acquired when ready-made antibodies are received by the body cells. In passive immunity, there are again two types. One is natural acquired passive immunity. In this immunity, before birth, maternal antibodies are transferred from mother to the fetus through the placenta. So transfer of antibodies from mother to the fetus through the blood is the type of natural acquired passive immunity. Second is artificial acquired passive immunity. This immunity is developed by injecting the previously prepared antibodies using the serum from humans or animals. Now see the cells of immunity. There are two types of cells of immunity, lymphocytes, and antigen presenting cells. Lymphocytes, these are the chief cells of immunity. There are two types of lymphocytes, T cells and B cells. These cells are produced from the stem cells in the bone marrow. Some immature lymphocytes migrates via blood to the thymus where they matures as T cells, while the B cells mature in the bone marrow itself. The mature lymphocytes circulate in the blood. On being sensitized, the T cells produce a clone of T cells having different functions, while B cells produces antibodies. Mechanism of response of T lymphocytes to the antigens. The clone of T cells having four types of cells, that is helper, killer, suppressor, and memory cells. Helper cells, killer cells, suppressor T cells, and fourth type is memory cells. The helper cells produce lymphokine for the proliferation of T cells, which stimulates of B lymphocytes. Killer cells, they directly attack and destroy the invading pathogens, infected body cells. They bind to the infected cells and secretes perforin. Suppressor T cells, they suppress the entire immune system, and memory cells, they retain sensitization for the future. So these T cells having different role in the immunity. Now see the mechanism of B lymphocytes to the antigens. They are sensitized directly by both antigens as well as by the helper T cells. On activation, B cells produces the clone of plasma cells which produce antibodies. Antibody molecule bind to the cell membrane or they may remain free. The free antibodies perform the functions of agglutination, immobilization, opsonization, and neutralization of toxins which are released by the bacteria. Now see the second type of immunity cell, that is antigen presenting cells. Antigen presenting cells, they engulf the invading pathogens and process the antigens. Then the processed antigens are presented on their own surface. These antigen presenting cells are able to deliver a stimulatory signals that is necessary for activation of helper T cells. So these antigen presenting cells includes macrophage, B lymphocytes, and dendrite cells. Let us see about the vaccination. As I told you earlier, vaccination is the artificial active immunity. Vaccination is administration of vaccine to protect against the particular pathogen. Vaccination is a way to teach the immune system as to how to recognize and eliminate the pathogenic organisms. Vaccinations are the safe. The vaccines are considered to be safe. They are rigorously tested and go through many rounds of study, examination, and research before they are used for the general public.